Hello YouTube, welcome back to DadTube. I have before us two Hobo stoves. Now these are not original designs, I got these from other YouTubers. This one here I got from Sean the Silver Fox, and his video is entitled Hobo Stove Construction, and his YouTube channel is Sean, S-E-A-N, Mulhall, M-U-L-H-A-L-L. If you're watching, Sean, thank you for this idea. We'll come to this in a moment. And this design here, I stumbled across one day. It's by a YouTuber called Pharraoh, which is spelt P-H-A-R-R-A-O-H. And the title of his video, if you want to look it up, is Cheap Do-It-Yourself Hobo Stove. So have a look at those for the design. So I'm really doing a video just to say, hey, this has worked for me. I've been able to follow your instructions, guys. Thank you very much. And just want to sort of share what we've been doing. Let's go to Pharraoh's first. Now, he used materials in the USA, and he used some tin cans, drinking cups, and things that you cannot get here in Britain. So this is a slightly larger version, so a little bit more cumbersome. This is just this outer wall is a water flask. It's a single lined thing, and inside is a kind of tin you see in supermarkets around Christmas time. This one is Hilton's Finest Luxury Chocolate Straws, blah blah blah. You can get other things of that kind of design and size. For this I've simply cut a square out, put some ventilation holes here and some holes up here. You'll see what they're for in a moment. In this tin I've got a whole stack of goodies to keep my hexamine blocks, and if I can get it out, always fumbling around on video, a little pot hanger I made from a coat hanger. And I found this, I don't drink it myself, I found this somewhere, and that's just a soda can or beer can, whatever it is. Cut the top off, cleaned it out, filed the edges, make sure you don't cut your lips. And inside of that I've got all sorts of goodies, some homemade tent peg style pot holders, and I put those through these holes here. So these are made of coat hangers, I say that, and you can use tent pegs, but I found the tent pegs will stick out here somewhere. You can put your hexamine block in there, or put tinder and feed little sticks in there to keep that burning. And then this can here sits on the top. You boil the water in. You might want to drink from that. No, you don't do it that way. This one goes in the top, and you boil that away, and you can put these little pot hanger hooks in. So just cut a coat hanger and then bent this shape around here just to get an arc, and with a good pair of pliers bent the ends. Let's just raise it up a little bit. So when everything has boiled nicely, excuse me, you just use a stick, raise it off. That's a wooden spoon. I'm making some soup here while I'm filming as well. Multi-talented, eh? Who says men can't multitask? So when that's boiled, just raise you down. You can pour the water into here. Of course you can hold this up with a stick and then use another stick down the bottom to tilt it, and away you go. You could, I guess, do this on this kind of tube, and then that can be your boiling pot in there, and these slimline soda cans can be your drinking cup. Of course it depends how much water you want to boil at any one time. Now these all fit inside each other. That goes in there, and inside this little one I've got a bag of goodies. I've got some coffee granule sachets, sugar sachets, some tea bags, all that kind of thing. Slots in there. Put the lighter in as well. Take these out. So it all goes packed away, you get the idea. I won't waste your time watching this. You can put the lid on in there. And as Pharraoh says, it's just a cheap thing. This is an old flask where the lid didn't really work very well. It leaked. So rather than throw it away, use this. And Pharraoh says he keeps that in the trunk of his car. Being British, I keep it in the boot of my car. And if your car gets stolen or broken into and somebody makes away with this, you've just lost some cans and a bit of time. And I standard drill bits for doing the holes. Got a step up drill bit after making some pilot holes here just to enlarge them, and a Dremel cutting disc to do the top. You get the picture, right? Push that to one side. Sean's one is very similar. Now you may be thinking, that looks familiar. Well, this used to be a thermos flask. That was the base. That went on top like that. And there was a lid. Lovely. So, cup comes off with a Dremel tool cutting disc. Just took that off. That then is going to get recycled. There's not really much use for that. And you're left with this big thing here. Now, as I was working on it, the base bit came off. And I thought to myself, if you're out camping or using this on the hike, having this edge actually would help you shove it in the ground and stabilise it. So I've sort of left it like that, haven't glued that back on. Instead, I've used this as a kind of lid. Bit tight, sometimes a little bit fiddly to get off, but hey, it keeps it all together. Come to that in a second. When you cut through a thermos flask, the bit that was keeping it together was joined at the top here. The bottom isn't sealed into the at the bottom it's not sealed in inside to outside. But we have got, and the inside chamber, that's the bit that would contain your hot or cold liquids, just comes out. Again, with a coat hanger, just bent that into shape. That's a pot hanger, and because there's enough space in here, I can keep that attached. The other one, there wasn't enough space on the outside. So, being a bit larger, this is a bit more versatile. Again, coat hangers made into tent peg shaped things. They go in there. That sits on top. Now, you can put your hexamine block in there and that'll burn quite well. If, however, you want to burn wood, you can raise the height. Don't hold your breath or say ooh too loudly. I say this is all Sean's idea, I didn't do this myself. So that then sits a bit higher and you've got more space here to stack that with wood, get that fired up. And as Sean does, I've simply copied him. This again, a coat hanger to hook in under there. Whoops, let's bring it down for the camera. So you can make a pot hanger out of wood, a stick, so you can hold that up and dangle that over a fire. So you've got another versatile dimension to that. With the lid, of course, you can put that on the top. That fits nicely, but easily removed. Keep heat in while you're cooking. And there's a drinking cup, old speckled hen. I don't drink that myself either. I'm not going to say anything against it. I've never actually tasted it, but I don't tend to drink alcohol. And that's a drinking vessel for inside. You could, of course, carry that around, but it doesn't really fit well onto there. Sean will show you in his video how extra versatile it is. He has like an aluminium camping cup that he would put a lid on like this. I think then he puts the cup on top and you can store the cup inside this. My camping cup doesn't quite fit into there, but that's got quite a bit of space in, so that will easily fit that, and that's a nice bit of space to put a bag of your hexamine blocks, a lighter. You could probably fit a spork in there as well, so I can fit my hangers. My makeshift tent peg style pot rests. That all fits neatly there. Can you fit the cup? You can't quite fit the cup in. I think what Sean did on his, he cut along there and used that bit as that kind of lid. But as I say, that one just came off as I was working on it, and so I thought, keep that as it is, and I'm sure that will come in useful some way. So I'll put the addresses, the YouTube address, into the description below, just so you can get a good view of those in action. Pharraoh actually makes a tea with that one. Sean just describes that. There is a video somewhere of him actually using that from the dim distant past. And I'll end with a shot of these two in action. So here we are in the official DadTube outside testing facility, and all I've done with these is put those small round hexamine tablets in. I mistakenly put 4 in the smaller one on the right and 3 in the one on the left. I think it'd be, well, I was going to say it'd be better than one of those big ones, but it's just a big one in smaller chunks, I guess. So that's, as you can see, burning very well on Sean's model, the one on the left. Let's just pick up, see how. I see the smaller one's got a bit more of a well, a narrower chimney. But with a couple of those big ones in there, that should boil water quite well. And I'm, my face is 2 foot above those, and I'm feeling the heat nicely. So even just a warming device would work quite well. So there we go. Sit here and enjoy the warmth for a bit. Bye.